All right, next question. Are you going to talk about why you were blocking meme pages and deleting comments on your Instagram?
It's a social media discussion.
I know. Okay, we're going to keep talking about this. Eventually, folks, we would like to talk about what we're doing in 2021. So here's what I guess my parents always taught me, my dad always taught me, if you don't have anything good to say, then just don't say it. But if you can tilt it in a way that it can be helpful to our force, and let me tell you something, let me address the folks who aren't in, and our retirees. Most of my friends are all retirees, and all great Americans and patriots who've done great things, and most of our retirees are still serving as airmen, and they're still mentoring and pouring in. But then we have a small population who is not helpful, who is disgruntled, who just doesn't have anything better to do than to sling mud at the service and help raise them. Again, if it's not helpful, go find some other place to do it, but not on the site that we're trying to use to be able to help communicate to currently serving airmen and families.
Yep.
This podcast is a critique of the government. When I post on her page, it's because I don't agree with the decisions she's making, and I'm concerned about the force. And more importantly, a lot of the people listening to this, you're active duty, and you know what you can't do? You can't do what me and Rick are doing.
Same.
You can't, right?
Yeah.
So you're already look at the Bass thing. That kid with silence, he doesn't have. I mean, he might, but he probably doesn't. He doesn't have a good First Amendment claim to that because A, his comment wasn't deleted, and B, it was a professionalism piece. So the average military member doesn't get to go on the Chief Master Sergeant Air Force page and say, "Hey, you're fucking it all up. You're making it worse.
Yeah.
Stop it."
Yeah.
They don't get to. We are a medium for the active duty service people still serving, that if you can tell us, certainly me, I can't speak for Rick, but you can certainly tell me, fully confidential, I'm not even worried about it, you can tell me, I will take that information, I'm not going to twist your words, I'm not going to do anything else, and I will regurgitate it to her on her page if it's something fucking really important.
Absolutely.
And so if you guys are already, all you people serving are already barred from negative dissent commentary because your supervisor's going to see it, your shirt's going to see it, she might ask you to fucking call her on Monday or whatever the fuck's going on, you're chilled in what you can say. That leaves the rest of us. Now, do you want me and Rick to talk about our concerns with the Air Force? The people that recently, me, Rick, and Ashley, and Jim, and Kevin, and Vic, and Stromsky, and all these people I'm talking to that recently served, that can give a voice to what the fuck's going on? Because we can now? Do you want us to be silenced because it's critical? Because that's what this is. Rick was critical of how they're running the Air Force as someone that has Air Force experience, that can speak up when people in the military can't, because she's already created an atmosphere. When I say she, again, it's important to note, I'm talking about her PA team generally. But again, if she gave them the marching orders, then yes, she is responsible. But I suspect her PA team is fucking drunk on power or something. And I don't have much from that besides my disdain. But we are the voice. And you can make an anonymous account, maybe, even though specifically 35107 says you can't make an account portraying you as somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking bad and restrictive. You need people like us. And if we're getting shut down for the dissent, then it's all echo chamber at that point.
Yeah.
So that's not a private thing. These are military members, government officials that our taxpayers are paying for, and they have removed Rick's ability to engage in his government, in protest of his government, period, on this medium, right?
Yeah.
Now, people are going to say, well, he could email her, he could do all these things. Okay, those are probably all valid points, but unfortunately, multiple federal jurisdictions have ruled that average citizens cannot be banned or blocked by government officials on their Facebook page. And not even Facebook, there was a case, and I'll probably link a lot of these so you guys, whoever's listening, can read them as well. It'll be on the 20 Years Done Facebook page, so you have to follow me there to see it. And if I don't like you, I'll ban you for no reason at all whatsoever. I'm just kidding. But Donald Trump, his real Donald Trump Twitter account, which was when he became POTUS, he started blocking people who would call him, that would disparage him. And I'm talking about some really vile, hurtful things, really terrible things, not necessarily threats to his life, but it was implying some really poor character sort of issues. The federal court said he cannot block people from Twitter, even on his personal account. So it's also important to note that Chief Bass has a personal Facebook page and she has a professional Facebook page. And the way this court ruling says is she wouldn't even be able to block people on her personal page if she uses it for professional or public messaging.
Yep.
Right. But clearly, a Facebook page with a blue check mark that says this is the official Facebook page of the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, and the words are 100% hers, and then it's categorized as government official.
Yep.
I think it'd be hard pressed to say that this is not a government account and it's a public forum. And while Facebook can delete comments on there if it violates the terms of service, the page itself cannot delete any comment even though they quote unquote reserve the right, which is that's stupid. Like you can't reserve the right to infringe people's rights. I'm sorry, that's just not how this fucking work.